because I'll pop it in the thread. The whole idea about jumping on, I want to do this for the next 4 weeks with you guys on a Thursday. Like, I work anyway between this time, so I thought it's a really good place for us. It's a midweek, so Thursday's midweek. It's a great place for us, if we haven't hit one already this week, to really charge forward and see what we can do to achieve that next person before 2 o'clock on Monday. But, you know, just giving you guys just some simple strategies of saying, well, what do you think you need in order to make this work? And, you know, I've got Shezzy on tonight who's going to share what she's been doing, which is really cool. And I think as a collective group, working together on this, we're going to pick up so many cool ideas from each other. I feel like this is not really an hour to chat. It maybe is a 15 minutes to 20 minutes getting everyone's ideas and seeing what's working, what's not, because we can learn from it. But really, at the end of the day, it's about doing the steps required in order to achieve at least getting one a week for June, and achieving those goals that you're actually setting out for yourself. So if you actually look at this, right, to get one enrollment a week, do you realize that if you talk to one new person a day for 30 days, you will get 3 enrollments for the month? So reality is, the whole idea of creating the winter onesie was the fact of making it so simple in a way that you go, hey, if I just talk to one new person a day, like, that's 3 enrollments a month. And the reality is that if you're not getting at least between that 4 and 5 enrollment a month process, what will happen is your business will start to stall and will go backwards, because you need new blood, you need new people coming in, because health and wellness people drop out. You know, it gets cold. Like, I had a guy, like, literally Shezzy, you know this guy. Shez has spoken to this guy. I've chatted to him. Like, we've spent so many hours. I've spent maybe 4 hours to sign him up, maybe 3 or 4 hours through his process. He's just signed up for a 16-week challenge. And I'm like, right, let's go. He's into his 3rd month. I'm like, how'd you go with your auto ship? No, I turned it off. I'm like, why? He goes, because I just got fired. I'm like, you're fired and you need to rid of your health? What do you mean? I said, you can save money by having your shake. And I tried to explain it to him, but no. So the first thing that most people leave is their health. So we have to understand that if you aren't bringing in new people consistently and getting them paid and giving them a good experience, then your business is going to stall and it's going to go backwards, because you don't want the hole in the bucket. You don't want it where you're putting them in, you're not giving them good service, you're not getting them paid, so they fall straight through. It's an exhausting business if you're not giving them great service and not getting them paid. So I thought I'd definitely have let Shez share what did we chat about today, Shezzy, and also what have you done with your Facebook to make it really simple for you during this period of moving forward.
Hey guys, good to see you all on here. Good to see you on here, Rob. I'd love to see your face though. Turn your camera on.
Hey Rob. Yeah, I'd love to see everyone's face. It'd be awesome.
Okay, so I have been, obviously, 3 years in, I'm definitely working in the cold market now, which is definitely different to working with your warm and your hot market. And I've still got people that, I'm following up with, and people that are following me from the start. But I was super excited to have that Ninja tool introduced. It's similar to, what Greg and a few of us have done before, but just so specific. So today, or the start of the week, I literally went onto the Ninja tool, so ninjasearchtool.com, for those of you who weren't on the call on Monday, and put in Melbourne and F45, guys and girls. And so then I went through and liked and commented on the people who didn't have a private profile. So I've put this in the thread, so most of you know what I've been doing. But those people who I have now friended, so I'm up to 10 new friends through that Ninja search tool, which is really cool. And what I've done is, everyone, just give me a wave if everyone knows how to create a friends list on Facebook. You can't do it on your mobile phone. You have to do it on your laptop. Is there anyone who doesn't know how to do that? Okay, so Amanda, Rob, and maybe the people that are on their phones. So do you guys mind if I share my screen just really quickly to show these guys? Okay.
While you're doing that, Shezzy, a big shout out to Jono who achieved the summit. So Jono gets to fly up to corporate for 4 days and get trained on how to take his business from where he's at to 3-star, which is 6 figures and beyond. So that's really exciting for Team Free to have a soldier up there, which is really exciting.
Yeah, that's super exciting. Well done, Jono.
Yeah.
This is your year for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my screen here, and this on the left-hand side, you go into friends list, and these are all the lists that I have created. So here's my ISA prospects and my ISA team. So instead of scrolling through Facebook, I can literally jump on 5-10 minutes or 2 hours, I did today, and just go through all of my prospects and just like and comment on all of their stuff without having to scroll through the Facebook ads and all the rubbish in between and getting distracted. It is such a time saver. It's amazing. And that has been working for me really well this week. I've got 6 really good conversations going with the people who I've added from the Ninja tool. I've made my search more specific now, so I'm actually searching people who like F45 Mornington. I want to work with some cool people in Mornington. I'm so excited that Rob's on board because I'm, sick of doing Zooms. I want to hang out and have coffee with people. I'm a stay-at-home mum, so I want people to hang out with. So if you're really specific in your search, then yeah, you're going to find some cool people that are close by. So it's pretty exciting. So yeah, if you click on that, anything that comes up there, just from my prospects. So I've gone through today and liked and commented on everything.
Hey Shezzy, can you show us how to add someone, just so that the team can really understand how to add someone into that?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I've just closed it.
You're right. I can share my screen if you want.
That's cool. Is my screen still shared?
No, so just share it again. Hey Joanne, it's good to see you. Sarah, it's good to see you. Hey Rob, I can see you now, which is awesome. Good to see you, mate.
All right. So if I go back to home, go to my friends list, go to my prospects. See on the side here, I've got 83 prospects at the moment that I'm commenting on, and you literally just click on add, and you add anyone who you're adding to.
Love it.
Yeah, super easy to keep track of. And the great thing that I did as well, all the people who I've become friends with through the Ninja search tool, I've gone right through this year on their Facebook page and really got a sense of who they are and what they like, what they share, what they comment on. So now I can really tailor my posts to those people, and I can like and comment to start that conversation.
Yeah, that's great.
Hope that helps.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah, thumbs up if that helps. That's beautiful, Shezzy. Yeah, really appreciate that, Shezzy. All right, so thank you so much, Shez. Really appreciate that. That's going to be a game changer for all of you guys to really be putting your prospects in, liking and commenting regularly on your prospects, because they're the ones you want to see your posts. Who cares if you got 500 friends who are already in Isogenics? You can't enroll them. So, all right. So the goal with tonight was to really give you guys who have put your hand up to say, yep, I want to do the winter onesie. So you guys are going to get like the ninja training, hopefully over these next 4 weeks. And, I started doing it at the start of the year, and I did it for about an 8-week period on a Thursday. And we've really got some great momentum going, and it was sensational, from having people sending messages from tonight. So we're going to send messages, right? And then we're going to workshop how to respond to these messages and workshop what we need to do in order to overcome maybe an objection or whatever. So it's literally immersing you guys into this process. So I wanted to give you guys a gift tonight that I'm pretty excited about sharing. And I would like to be able to hold on to it and select copy. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to go into Winter Onesie. I'm only putting this in the Winter Onesie thread. And I want you to just check this little baby out. So check that out. So this is something that we've been working on for a while, which is the hottest scripts in MLM. So this has been created by the great man Eric Worre. So these are his scripts. These are his systems. So what I want you to do, I want you to go right down the bottom of the first page, and I want you to go links to examples. So what you can do is you can click on a person hates their job using a direct approach, to a good friend with an indirect approach, to a highly successful person using an indirect approach, to a cold market prospect who's done fine job selling you some shoes, whatever it might be, right? So there's some examples there. If you click on that, it gives you the example from start to finish of how you can send a message, send a script to your prospect, all right? So Fraser was talking last night about the importance of building relationships, which is through the Ninja tool. You want to be doing the Lord or the form or frog, whatever process you have with a new person. But these scripts are for your prospects that you have, friends and family, people that you know, like and trust. And if you go up to the top left-hand corner, there's the 3 lines that you can see up here in the top left-hand corner, just there. If you click on that, there's literally an 8-step process of how you can structure these scripts. So that's for you guys. You get to play around with that. But I thought, why don't we have a look at one of the scripts so far? So what about a good friend with an indirect approach? That's a pretty good one to start with, right? So links to examples, to a good friend with an indirect approach. So if you go down the bottom, try and find that. Go down the bottom, and it is there, somewhere there. Right down the bottom, to a good friend with an indirect approach. And if you zoom in, always being in a hurry is a great way of, making sure that people want to know that you're busy. They want to know that you're crushing it. You've always supported me, and I appreciate that so much. I've just started a new business, and I'm scared to death before I get going. I need to practice on someone friendly. Would you mind if I practice on you? Great. If I could send you a professional video that explains what I'm up to, would you be open to taking a look at it? That's to a good friend with an indirect approach. So what I would love you guys to do is, it's completely up to you if you want to use that. But that's Eric Worre's training, and we've literally got Marcel, our VA, to put that into a Google site for you guys to have. So you can sit around and play around with those scripts. The other thing is we have our scripts inside of our team free training that you can have a look at as well. So the goal from tonight is, if we need to send 14 messages a week in order to get at least 1 enrollment. So for this Winter Onesie, we need to be sending 14 messages. So I thought, what about a great plan of attack is send 14 messages tonight on our call right now to people that are in your warm market, pick one of those scripts or use one script that you've been using that's been working. You know, scripts are a way of you having something to work from. They're not, this is how you do it and this is how you must do it. It's just a guideline. And you can change the words, you can add in stuff, you can take it out. But just know that if the best network marketer on the planet has these scripts, then you can play around with them. And what I love about this system is, you know, step one, being a hurry. You know, you've got all the different options for warm market and cold market, ways of saying that you're in a hurry, right? Step two, down the left-hand side, complement the prospect. You know, so there's all the ways that you can complement a warm market and a cold market prospect. All right. Obviously, I'm not going to go through them all, but you know, step three, make the invitation. So warm market and cold market. So you have all of the different ways of being able to do it, and you just need to put it into your own system that's going to work best for you and play around with it. Have some practice with it. If you come up with any objections, we have in our team free training, the objections, how to overcome the top 10 objections, okay, plus the price objection. So know that when you go out there into what I call into the battlefield, you've got the scripts here to send people and you've got the objections in our team free training. So I'm going to talk to Marcel about putting that into our training so everyone will have that, but you obviously have it firsthand and you can play around with it. So what do you reckon? Who's fearful of doing that? Who's scared? Who's frightened? Who does never send scripts? Because if you never send script, that's okay. If you're more someone who wants to create conversations with people and build that relationship deeper, that's cool. That's totally fine. Like, no problems. You don't have to go out and send, you don't have to send 14 script messages tonight, but start 14 conversations tonight. Start with, hey, how you been? What have you been up to? You know, I noticed on Facebook that you were, you know, X, Y, and Z. So the key tonight is let's send those 14 messages, or at least 10, right? Let's send at least 10, you know. 15, that's 150 messages we're all going to send together. And we're going to get some responses back. And this is the perfect chance to go over that, make sure that we're sending the right way back and the good responses, and see if we can help people get started on their journey. Did anyone have any questions with that? Can you hear me okay? Is there background noise? Okay, that's all good. No questions, all good. All right. So, yeah. Hey, Sarah, good to see you. Good to see you, Joe. How are you? So, Sarah, just to let you know, in the Onesie group thread, I just put the new Eric Warre's MLM scripts. So you can have a look at that. There's eight steps to what he does, but down the bottom there's some examples that you can use. So if you want to use those, go for it. So yeah, let's have a look. Let's pick some. And the other thing is follow-ups count as well. So follow-ups count. You know, if you want to send out 14 follow-ups, go for it. You know, people that are in your warm market. So I'm going to mute out. Let's spend the next 10 minutes. Let's see what sort of response we get. Did anyone want to share so far? They sent a message yet? How have you gone so far? Hey, Tegan, how have you gone? You got a nodding of the head happening? Just unmute.
I've got 3 people that I've been able to really engage. And I went through my phone and looked at all the leads that I originally had that just went super cold. And I've just sort of touched base with a couple of those as well. But I did a lot today too. So I did 12 earlier today. So yeah, just adding to the list. And as I said, got a couple of people, talking back and interested. So yeah.
That's so good. Well done. So good. Fantastic. So yeah, the thing is with the scripts, guys, is just having them there as a bit of a guide, having them there as something to fall back on and something that you can send out to people. So, you know, I use them all the time. I'm not someone that sits there and back and forward chit chat. Like, I'm just not that sort of person. I'm not a deep kind of dude where I really want to spend an hour talking to someone about the intricacies of their life. I care about people, but I'm not that into the back and forward stuff. So I love sending messages to get them on the phone. Like, I love to chat on the phone. So I would prefer to spend 10 minutes or 15 minutes on the phone rather than back and forward with the messenger. So, but whatever works for you guys, whatever works. Having the conversation on the phone, having them hear your passion is pretty cool. It's very important. So using online to get them offline as quick as you can. Hey, Sarah, what's been working for you? Can you share with the team? Because to give you a little insight, and, you know, Sarah's absolutely crushed it in, you know, running us to Nashville. She's a huge reason why, you know, the team's done so well. So what have you done, Sarah, that really works for you?
I've obviously been using the Healthy Living platform a fair bit. And a lot of my follow-ups now, which I sort of learned a couple of weeks ago, is how are you liking the Healthy Living page? You know, when people are sort of cold a bit or just want more info. How are you liking the Healthy Living page? Let me know if you want me to delete you off it. Otherwise, what are you liking about it if you are? So I've done quite a few of those today, actually. That's what I focused on earlier today when I had a couple of hours. And I've actually got 3 that I think I might nearly have. So, which is awesome. Yeah. So been good. Talking with them. Yeah. So
okay. So you're using the connecting with someone, getting them on the Healthy Living page for them to have a look around, and then you're using the, hey, what are you liking about it? Do you want me to delete you off? I love it.
Yeah. And sometimes they're going, no, it's really motivating. And so I'll just ask them what's motivating about it or what's motivating them. And, you know, are they ready to get started? And when they say no, I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'll check back in with you in a couple of weeks and we'll see how you're going. Yep, sure. So I'll just sort of say that.
That's so good. Did anyone else get sickening amount of value from that? That was so good. That was really good, Sarah. Thank you for sharing that.
That's all right.
Yeah. Anyone else using that strategy? I'll tell you one thing, I'm not using that strategy. And I'm just like, why aren't I using that enough? So thank you, Sarah. That's amazing. I really appreciate you doing that. Anyone else having success at the moment? Fawn, you're having some success. What are you having success with?
Well, I decided to continue on asking people if they want to join the 30-day reset that I've got coming up. So I've got one group that already started this week, and then I'm starting another one on Monday the 18th. So that seems to be actually working quite well because I explain what happens in the 30-day body reset, and that we'll have a private Facebook Messenger thread where we'll ask each other questions and stuff every day, and people are really interested in getting that support. But I just got a response back from a girl now who said that she's a good friend of mine and she's doing a juice cleanse next week instead, and then they're going to Sydney for the school holidays, so she doesn't want to be doing health stuff while she's on holidays. and that isogenics is really expensive, she's heard, so she doesn't know if she can afford it at the moment. So she just gave me like 3 excuses all in one message.
Yeah. And
So
how would you respond to that, Fawny?
well, it's a tough one because, you know, you end up getting into these massive long messages if you try and attack everything. So I think that I'm just going to go back to her and say, look, you know, I'm doing this long term, so no problem if the timing's not right for the 30-day body reset. But let's touch base and we'll go through what's involved and what pack might be best suited to your budget, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah,
so it means that she doesn't need to start right away, but at least we're still going through the motions and using the tools to get her to that next stage.
I like that. And you can also overcome her objection exactly by saying that and just say, look, I understand exactly how you feel. I felt the same way. However, what I found was that when I did my research, the meals themselves, you know, only cost $4. So you're going to save money on lunch if you pay for your money, if you pay for your lunch. And also, as you just said then, and also there are so many different packs based on your goals and budget.
Yeah.
So that's a really good way of diffusing the money situation. She wants to start. She's trying to put up a blocker because she doesn't want to start right now.
Yeah.
So love it. Well done, Fawn. That's good. Anyone else using the feel, felt, found to overcome objections? Yep. Good. Awesome. That's great. Okay, so we've got about, like, we don't have to keep going right now. Like, I'm happy to stop here. My thoughts on this call is if you feel like you're getting value from this and you like it, then I would love to continue it over this next 3 weeks on a Thursday. Hey, Nina, good to see you. You know, I'd love to continue this over the next 3 weeks through the winter onesie, because I think that I really believe that what you guys do now in June, you're going to see for July and August. So you don't always see, like, the energy you're putting in now, you don't always see it until June, until the following month or the next 2 months, because you never really tell when someone's ready to start. So work on talking to at least, like, I'm talking like bare minimum here, at least one person a day for 30 days will bring 3 enrollments. You know, yeah, Shezzy?
Rob, first time on the call, 1 week in, 3-way call tomorrow.
Robbie, see, that's what we want to see. We want to give a round of applause to Rob. You're an absolute superstar, mate. That is what it takes, my man. That is so good. That is so damn good. Like, well done.
3-way calls tomorrow now, haven't we, Rob?
2 3-way calls tomorrow, yeah. Hey, Rob, can you unmute and just tell us what did that feel like for you to send those couple of messages? There you go.
G'day, how you going?
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Yeah,
good to have you on here.
Thank you. How did it feel to send those couple of messages? It was a bit strange, to be honest, to start off with, because they're like really, not formed, but they're just set and it doesn't feel natural, to be honest, you know, if I'm going to be at. But I was pretty surprised when I actually got the response that I did, which was good. So that's given me more confidence that those scripts will work pretty easily, you know. And as you said, I'm the same as, you know, I'm like you, Greg. Like, I'm already in sales anyway, and I don't really spend a lot of time getting into background sort of stories. But that works really well. Like, if you've got a script to follow, you've just got, like, you know, you can get to the objections really quick, and then answer those objections, I suppose, or address them. So no, it's good. So hopefully, you know, we get some more.
And it will feel uncomfortable, no doubt. You know, scripts always do, until you do them enough where you can maybe add a couple of different words in, your own flavour to it, and hey brother, hey mate, hey dude, whatever, however you want to sort of spin it. But in a way, you're trying to show someone that there is an opportunity that you're bringing to them, but there's no pressure, no worries. If not, just thought I would ask. Yep. So many people are going to be like, yeah, man, what is it? I'm happy to have a look. Yeah, what is it about? You know, it doesn't mean they're all going to start. They're all going to know what you're doing. So getting the scripts out there is just a way of you having those training wheels on for the start.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, you just get used to doing it. And just pass them over to Shezzy. Shezzy's the superstar. She just gets on the call and she just goes through those 8 questions that we have in our team, helps them get started, helps you build your business. And your job is just to keep plowing forward with connecting with people and sending them the messages. And then Shezzy's job is to get them started and help you understand how to give them good support so they stay on the product. And then you just keep plowing forward. Like what Shez did, she just got them all on the phone to Rach and, some to me if they were guys. And Rach got them started and she just kept plowing forward and raced all the way up to executive. So, mate, love your work.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well done.
Back then, Greg, with the 3-way calls, like when Rach was doing 3-way calls for me, I'd be in the background and I'd be like writing down word for word what she said, like trying to learn. And now, this is what we've come up with. So
yeah, it's exciting, mate. I'm really excited to have you part of the team. It's obviously Shezzy is as well, and it's good to learn from someone who's brand new, guys. If someone who's just never sent a message, has just sent out a bunch of messages and got 2 3-way calls. The reality is it's there. You can do it. Yeah, go for it, Jazza. You got a call, mate, have you? Yeah, good to have you on, bud. Hopefully you got some value. So if there's no other questions, we'll call it quits there tonight, I suppose, and I'll post this in the thread for everyone else to check out. But I just really wanted to bring some value inside of this thread. You guys have put your hand up to want to do this, so you're going to get extra training on top of what we do. And always reach out for questions. If you're stumped on how to respond to someone, make sure that you're reaching out to either your upline or to me or Rach Pedretti, and just ask, how do I respond to this? What do I need? How do I say this? What's my way around this? Because we might be able to give you something that just says it in a different way that gets that person to help get started. So awesome job, guys. You did well, and it's good having you, and can't wait to see you all in your winter onesie on Monday. So Fawn, so far you've got the prize, Fawn, so far. So let's see if we can all get in there. So Rach and I, we still don't have someone this week. Like I'm just like, oh my god, I cannot rock up on Monday going, hey guys, we've got to go 2 next week because we didn't get anyone. Anyway.
Sarah, are you saying that you got 1 as well?
No, what I'm saying is that we don't have anyone.
Sarah was putting her hand up.
Sarah, yes. Unmute, Sarah. Unmute.
No, I haven't got one. No,
Sarah Owen.
Me, Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah
Does
Owen.
get a little bit confusing.
Hey, Sarah, what is that thing on your wall behind your head?
It's a dead thing.
What is that dead thing on the wall?
It's a deer skin.
What is it?
It's a deer skin.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I thought it was actually coming at you. But anyway.
No. It's quite dead.
Okay, cool. Talk to me. You've got an enrollment this week, have you?
Yes, I have. Yeah, actually,
okay.
somebody.
Did you put it in the thread? Did you put that in the thread?
I worked on like about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And she finally came through. So yeah, she actually, I spent a lot of time with her and gave her lots of samples and stuff. And she went and signed up with somebody else.
Oh, nice.
Which really ripped my nightie, but I'm sure we've all had that before. So, but she let her membership slide, and obviously decided she wanted to jump back on. So she came to me. So yay!
That's so good, Sarah. Well done for persisting and in a way not being a good friend and always keeping the door open, because it's so easy to slam the door on someone you've given all this time to who go with someone else. But by being a good friend and keeping the door open, she'll come back into your business, and who knows? You never know what she's going to do for you. So
yeah, exactly.
Hey, pop it in the thread as well.
I think the consistency of just showing up on Facebook as well, keeping the stories going, and just, obviously she saw I was still into it, still doing it. So yeah. That paid off.
That's so powerful. It is so powerful to everyone on the call. And the big thing I want you to understand is Facebook and posting is not about enrollments. It's really not. It does come in the long term, but Facebook posting is called marketing. It's not called prospecting. what Rob's done tonight and what all of you have done tonight by sending a message to someone is prospecting. You can understand and you can gauge by how many people you send a message to. So you have control over prospecting. What you don't have control over is Facebook posting and Facebook stories and Instagram stories, because that's pure marketing. So you might get 2 enrollments from a post that you do, but they've been watching you for a year. So you can't think, well, if I do that post again, I'm going to get 2 more enrollments. So you got to understand that Facebook and Instagram stories and all that is marketing, and you need to do it so that when you bring someone into your world of Facebook, they see what you're doing and they really respect what you're about and they connect with you. But don't think just by posting you're going to get enrollments, but by what Sarah's done, by staying consistent, she's created that enrollment because she's like, oh, Sarah, she's still active. She's still doing it. I'm going to reach out to her. So love it.
Great.
Yeah.
Can I
course,
ask an amateur question?
No, you can't. You can only ask professional questions.
Oh, it's so amateur. So I tried to post, so Instagram I'm not all over, right? How do I use a photo that I haven't just taken and put it on Instagram story?
How do you use a photo that you haven't just taken?
So it's in your camera roll. Or can someone else answer and put it in your Instagram story?
Go with Shezzy.
Ready?
Oh,
okay,
hang on.
Can you see down the bottom here? That's the button to take a photo.
Yep.
Done. Goes into your camera roll.
Ah, hang on. I'll just see if I can do it. No, mine doesn't have that. Maybe I need to upgrade my Instagram.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. I must need to update the app. Okay, thanks, Shez.
No worries.
It's not an amateur question. It's all good. It could be the difference that changes your game. Changes the game for you.
Social media tech. I tried today and it wouldn't work. So,
I fumble around still.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, you're talking about the biggest amateur of all time over here, so don't worry about it. It's all good.
Cool.
I get about 2 likes, so it's all good. Any other questions before we go? Nina, you've been amazing. Hey, can you share quickly, Nina, because this is really important. See, Shezzy, this is really important for you guys to hear, that Nina messaged me today, and is it okay if I share this, Nina?
Yes, you can. You can.
So Nina shared this with me today that, she had obviously been traveling and got out of the rhythm of sending messages and out of the rhythm of contacting people and following up. But can you share, Nina, what you were feeling? What was the mental challenges that were going on for you? And now how do you feel? You're just in flow again. Can you share?
Yeah, so I kind of have had quite a lot going on with work, and we've had conferences and I've been traveling and so much going on, and I know we love building this business in the pockets of our time, which is fantastic, but even the pockets were really shallow for time. So I was just really got out of the routine of messaging, inviting, and just in the pattern. And so what I found was as I started, time started freeing back up for me at the end of last week, I kind of, it's almost like I sort of got a mental block with myself, like the fear. It was like starting all over again, and the fear started coming back, and oh my goodness, what do I say? And then I would overthink it, and then I would be over-analysing what, because I was trying to sort of pick up on threads of conversation, from like a month ago, and always kind of telling myself, oh no, it's too late, or oh, they're going to think I'm an idiot, or I don't know. It was sort of like I really had to just talk to myself as if somebody else was talking to me and saying, look, just activity always smashes the fear. So it's kind of like I just started doing it again, even though I was kind of really worried for some reason. And I had to really just say to myself, I've done this before and people have joined or said no, and I'm still alive and everything's fine. So what am I so worried about? I've got such an amazing future here. And so I just started sending messages again. And next thing, it was like I couldn't stop. Because I had like an hour and a half to myself while Grace was at a girls' brigade, and nobody was home. Nobody was bothered here to interrupt me. And it was like I was just went on a roll, and I just like couldn't stop. So I started messaging, and next thing I had like 12 conversations on the go on Facebook. I couldn't keep up with who I was saying what to, and it was really exciting. And, you know, I've got a few calls booked, some information to send out. Some people just said no thanks. Other people haven't replied, but some of them are kind of just building the relationship with again, going through, liking their posts and just doing some of the things that Fraser talked about, just building that bridge back with that person so that I just don't come out stone cold. So it kind of is invigorating. It's like it's like the activity itself smashes that wall of fear because you realise you're actually still alive at the other side of it.
Yeah.
Nothing bad has happened. Absolutely nothing. If you approach it professionally in the right way, just thought I'd ask. No worries if you're not interested. Just thought I'd ask. And that's, you know, that kind of little disclaimer really people. And one of the ladies that, you know, the cheeseburger lady I was telling you about, Greg, came back and said, oh, no, thanks, I like my cheeseburgers too much. And I said, don't worry, I'm not going to be that weird person that's going to, you know, every time you see me, you're going to worry about me banging on about it. You know, the door's always open. I'm a professional in this area, and you know, I'm always here if you want to have a look at it at any stage. The door's always open. She said, yeah, thank you so much. Other people that have been doing things, just, you know.
Yeah, it's great, Nina. It's really good, and thank you so much for sharing that, because I think it's so important everyone hears that. And I'll tell you one thing, I've been going through a lot of that as well myself. So doesn't matter what level you're at, doesn't matter whether you just started, whether you've been doing it for 4 years. It's just, if you're out of the flow of it, then it's hard to get back into the flow of it, because the fear comes in, it all kicks in, right? So as exactly what you said, action smashes fear. You know, just do it. Just rip the Band-Aid off and just go bang and send that first message. And I think it's important, like, you know, we just send that message and just don't think about it. You know, if you're doing it in the right way, you know, you're only asking a question. They can only say no, right? But what happens is you get in this amazing flow, and all of a sudden you've got 6 or 10 or 15 on the go, and all of a sudden it's just this energy flowing, and, you know, and then someone enrolls and you get them paid, and then, you know, and the snowball starts the other way. So thanks for sharing that. Did anyone else have a question before we go? All good? Open up. It's good to see you, Joe. How are you? Looking amazing, as always. Anyone else want to share anything, or all good? All good? What I want to say is thank you so much for jumping on the call. I know it was short notice tonight, but I just felt like I wanted to give some extra training to you guys for putting your hand up to want to do the winter onesie. And let's get one enrollment this week at least, because then we go into the draw to try and win that prize off Fawn. Because, see, Robbie, good to see you, mate. Champion. Let's see if we can win that prize off Fawny and Sarah, because right now it's Fawn and Sarah. So we need to get in there and see if we can add a few more. So thanks, guys. So good to see you. And I'll pop this in the thread as well. So see you later.